everybody. Woo. Welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And I'm just drinking some water. I got some water. Fresh water, Jack. Yeah.
Woo!
We'll see how long this one stays in here, waiting for me to drink it. But that's neither here nor there. What's more important than anything is having your cup mug. Uh-huh. And y'all, 1+1 is panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs. Pew, 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 pew. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. So get your cup merch. And I mean, unless your postal service is being a jerk, it's not much we could do. But a delay is never a
Yeah.
deny. A delay is never a deny. You'll still get it. It just might take a minute. So get your cup merch. Period.
And hello, my name is Jack. I am the resident game designer of the panel, and man, they do not like Polly. I mean, uh, not to just like fully jump ahead. I don't think I know anyone in this game who's negated more votes via idol in a season. Like, it is impressive how many votes he's gotten. Um,
We'll talk more about it because I would be more impressed if something else happened. But yeah, we'll talk about it.
we shall talk about it.
But yeah, we're gonna jump into this absolutely insane episode of Australian Survivor, episode 14. But before we do, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we gotta do. We need you to subscribe to this channel. We would appreciate you. We see you subscribing. I say thank you to those who have subscribed already. We appreciate you. We appreciate you checking us out. If this is your first time catching us, welcome. We appreciate you. We're on a mission here to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we hope that you will participate and help us out and subscribe. Subscribing is free and it's so easy to do. Just click that little button down there. Right now. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Thank you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But more if you could do that so we can get to 1,000 subscribers because we're trying to unlock all the fun things that happen once we get to 1,000 subscribers. And we want to share that with you. So if you help us get there, we can't wait to share all the fun things that we get to do now once we get to that point. Um, Help us out. We appreciate it. And yeah, follow us also on our audio podcast links. Oh, and also our other channels. I'm screaming for what reason? Follow us on all of our other channels. If you're a fan of drag or drag race, if you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, or if you're a fan of WWE wrestling, we got a channel for you. So go check out our link tree. All the links will be down there, and you can click on them, subscribe to them because they're all trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So help us out. Follow us on our audio podcast links. That link is in the description below. And also, if you want to join our Patreon, well, we got a lot of fun things happening, a lot of things going on that we do behind the scenes and things that's coming up. Check out our audio podcast. I mean, not our audio podcast, but our Patreon for that. And, yeah, let's get into episode 14 because that's what we're here for. It's a lot.
Uh,
It's a lot that happened in this episode. I really want to jump right into different things because it's like I want to get to that, but I know we got to talk about everything. So we start off the episode with the next day, and Paulie is feeling some type of way because he got 5 votes. He was almost out this game. Um, he was so close to being gone, and nobody has asked him how his head feels. He got hit by a torch, and nobody is checking on him.
I mean, This whole time, I mean, we already know that Paulie made a RuPaul's Drag Race joke last episode. I was
Mhm.
90% certain no one asking me how my head was. That was fully another joke of like, no one has even asked me how my head is. And he just wants to say, "Oh, I'm great at it." Like, like
I
we're
love
waiting, but no one cares about it.
nobody is talking to Polly. Like Polly's just wandering around on that beach by himself, and everybody is grouped up talking to each other, and he's just like, "Hello,
Oh,
anybody? Anybody want to talk to me? Anybody? No, no,
no.
no. They don't want to talk to you, Polly. I'm sorry."
And quite literally, like people basically waking up in the morning and going, "Hey, you want to just vote out Polly again?" And everyone's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it. We barely didn't get him last time. I mean, we just kind of need to deal with Jesse real quick, but like now we can go through with it. It's all good."
it was so wild. It was just like, sure, let's just give it a Polly.
Okay,
No worries, no problem, no worries. I was like, oh, well, okay then, sure.
okay. I
But
mean,
it was an
what
easy
a
vote
very simple
before.
strategic episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straightforward. That's how it's gonna be. It's Polly, and it's gonna be Polly, and that's just it.
and no one wants him on the jury because he's a, a snake. A snake goes. Why would that matter for the jury? That
My
that
thing
part I don't
is,
understand.
why do we not think about trying to get somebody who we can get out who hasn't? I would want Polly on the jury because Polly is not linked to somebody who he is not loyal to anybody since they weren't loyal to him. So it's like, sure, we can have him on the jury. We can, and because he doesn't have any, it's not one person there like, oh, he already got their vote. Like if Laura is on the jury and Logan is in the final three or two, you're like, okay, that's a sure vote for Logan. Or anybody else, a sure vote for Kate, or a sure vote for Megan Morgan, a sure vote for Karen. Like, I don't, why would we not want that? He's not loyal to anybody, so he can go to anyway. He's easily more like who played the best game type of juror. But
Mm-hmm.
they were like, AJ
Mm.
especially was like, I'm cooked if he's the first person in the jury. Like he's gonna go in and talk to everybody and convince them not to vote for me. I'm like, AJ, you're doing a really good job yourself of convincing people not to vote for you. I don't think
Yeah, that
Polly has anything to do with that.
that's not Polly's problem. That is you repeatedly pissing people off and lying to them. Like that isn't AJ. That
That's an AJ
that's not
issue.
Polly. That's AJ fucking up over and over.
Over and over and over again.
I
So
I mean maybe. And I mean just looking at yesterday's episode, under I don't understand why Paulie is still being targeted as much as he is. Like, yes, he needed to survive being on the bottom, so he told people that he wanted to work with them.
okay.
And he didn't tell people he had an idol and he played it on himself.
Okay.
It, and I'm
Uh,
failing to come up with any other reason that everyone in the game is targeting him.
It's just weird because nobody is thinking like, hey, Paulie lost Noonan, so Paulie doesn't have a number one. Paulie could be a number for me and my duo, which makes us a trio. It's like, what are we thinking here? Like long-term game plan. Like, what are we thinking? We're thinking as of right now, emotionally, I don't like this person, so therefore they gotta go. I'm like, I don't care if I like you. I didn't come on this show to make friends anyway. I came on the show to win some money. And so if you're going to help me win money, liking you is the farthest thing from my mind. That is the last thing I'm worried about if I like you or not. Are you going to vote with me? Are we cool voting together in a block? Cool beans. then I'll see you later. Like we don't gotta spend the time hanging out and I would rather not. I would rather have somebody who I'm like, I don't really like you, but I trust you enough to deal in this game that we don't have to hang out 24 hours a day. I don't have to reassure you. We'll meet up at the water well every now and again, be like, hey, what we doing? Okay, okay, cool, big bye, peace. Like I would rather that than making it obvious we're a duo.
Hmm. It's it's so weird, and I think it's even said during the episode. I want to say by Zara or Logan, of everyone going. No one wants to make a move at the moment because every single person has someone that they're connected to, and that's their number one. Like we have
Hmm.
Morgan and Kate, we have Miles and AJ, we have Zara and Karin, we have Logan and Laura, we have Kristen and PD, we have Kaylin and ignore
Nobody,
him. Ignore
everybody.
him. Kaylin's not the problem. And then we have Polly, who's out of a number.
We have Kaylin and everybody. And that's what I'm like, I love that for Kaylin, but I'm scared for Kaylin because everybody
Oh
loves Kaylin.
yes.
Nobody's trying to go after Kaylin yet. But when they get to that point where who do you win? Everybody's go like, well, we all like Kaylin. Nobody dislikes Kaylin. I don't want to sit in the end with Kaylin.
I do want to note last episode as well because
Mhm.
I mean, we had a like specifically during the vote, we had the block of 5 women on Jesse.
Mhm.
We had the block of everyone who was annoyed at Polly going after Polly. And then we have Kayla, who
Mhm.
basically just decides who goes home. Like,
Mhm.
it's so weird because Kalen is in an incredible position, but he's not getting any screen time. Like he does he is a buddy of everyone, and no
Mhm.
one is considering touching him.
Nope.
It's incredible.
It's insane.
I
Kalen
genuinely
is
can't
such an
understand.
enigma right now. He's such an enigma in this game. Like he's everybody's friend. Nobody's going after him. He's the eye candy to look at. Everybody loves Kalen. He's go out. He goes get fish for us. He has placed himself in the most perfect position. And then when it gets down to like the final 5 or 6, he could win his way through. He could honestly win his way to the finale if he wanted to. If that was what he needed to do, he could honestly do it. And I think that's the mistake they're making. I think they're going to leave Kaylin until it's too late to take out Kaylin. And I'm okay with that. Me personally, I love Kaylin. I can see Kaylin to the end of this game, and I will be very happy. Like, honestly, my eyes will be very happy to have Kaylin stick around for the whole worth of the show because he's just very good looking and I enjoy him.
I'm not gonna complain. And that's also why I'm not complaining about Polly, because
Right. He is
look,
enjoyable. He's fun to look at. It's good.
the minute he was hanging up a wall with 2 hands and just supporting himself and not having any trouble, I was like, mine. No, I'm in. I'm fully in. What else can
I'm
I
locked
do?
down.
I want that. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's very this dynamic at the moment is very strange. Much like this season, it is very oddly fluid and chaotic.
Yes. Very much so. And it's wild to see it happening. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm ready to ride it out with him now. I'm gonna ride it out to the end to see what happens because I am super invested at this point.
I am super invested. I mean, we're very lucky that we're essentially getting Titans versus Rebels, which is like a masterclass in strategic gameplay and good
Hmm.
rivalries. And then we have this season, which I think I've seen online described as basically if Brant Steele was real.
Mm,
And yes,
it's wild. It's wild. But so Paulie's just like we said, just wandering the camp. Everybody's just not talking to him. Eventually, somebody asked him about his head. He was like, "Oh, I have a headache, but I'm okay." You know, whatever. And then
whatever.
we go straight into Well, no, because it's some talk, it's some conversations that happens a little bit.
There is actually one thing that Kaylin does this episode that really shifts things.
Okay.
Kaylin is just off to the side and talking to AJ and just you know, subtly lets slip that Logan has an idol.
Hmm.
Just subtly. Just subtly. Just
I mean,
small footnote. Small footnote. I mean, there's nothing that AJ could do with this information to royally wreck Logan other than, just telling it to Miles and then Miles going, "Oh, I can steal an idol." Like,
but yeah, Miles found out about Logan's idol.
uh, whoops. I mean, at this point, why not? Why not give Miles another easy option that he can steal from? Probably.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, this information just gets to Miles. He didn't ask for it. He wasn't seeking it. It just got to him because Kaylin tells AJ. AJ, of course, working with Miles, tells Miles, which AJ and Kaylin knows this, that AJ is working closely to Miles. So, and because Kaylin also is working closely to Miles, so it's fine that they know. Um, but then Miles now has to say, "Oh, that's interesting because I have this thing. I have a
Just a little
thing,
scroll. Just a little
just this
scroll.
thing, just a scroll that says that I can steal a idol." And AJ's like, "Oh wow, wow,
Oh,
this is great." And nobody knows you have this. He was like, "No." He was like, "Well,
no,
then we
no
don't
one.
tell anybody. We don't tell anybody. We'll just keep it to ourselves, and we will make this happen." So I love that Miles knows. And I love how Miles is like, I have options because the only one that I knew of was Kristen's, but now I have options. So let's see what happens. And so there's that. And so we do go to the immunity challenge like right away. And I was like, oh, the immunity challenge, no reward challenge this time, just immunity. Okay. Um, but when we see what the setup is, I was like, oh, so like all the other challenges we done had thus far since the
Yeah.
merge. Okay.
I mean, I don't remember Titans versus Rebels being like this endurance challenge, endurance challenge, endurance challenge, endurance challenge. I could be wrong, but like this feels like a lot of endurance challenges back to back to back to back to back.
It's a lot. It's a lot. We've had 4 endurance challenges in these last 2 episodes. It's like, oh, okay. But this one is just hang on to the thing above you, make sure that the spool does not roll off, and you just have to hang on there. And the longest people to hang it up wins. As simple as that. Now, of course, PD can't participate in this one either because of his arm. He cannot. But PD has not participated in anything since his shoulder got shattered. So
Yeah, I mean, politely, what can PD compete in? Because it can't be something about balance. It can't be something about arm strength. It can't be something about like endurance. Basically, at all, unless it's like last season's like shin challenge. That's the basically the only type of endurance challenge that he can compete in because it doesn't involve his arms.
right, it
Like,
has to be like a soccer challenge. You have to kick, 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 and then maybe throw it and shoot with one arm. I don't know. Like he really can't do anything or put a puzzle together, but he can only hold the puzzle pieces up with one arm. Like
basically, I mean, unsurprisingly, a man with only one arm probably can't win survivor challenges.
I mean, I don't know why we keep him there. But it was what it was. Still PD's out, and everybody is up hanging on, and everybody instantly is like, "Oh God, no, this is not my challenge. This ain't it. This this."
This
Oh,
this is like Oh, it's basically a workout machine, but worse.
You just have to hold. You know the workout machines you pull up and down, up and down. No,
Yes.
this is just a
Let me see if I can actually use the information that I've gotten from working out. A lat pull down, except it's a lat push
pull
up.
up, push up. It's just hold up. It's just hold up. Maybe I would have been done in the first. Like I would have saw that and been like, yeah, no, I'm
I'll
not.
just sit down. You know what? You don't even have to assign me to a station. I'll go sit next to PD.
Look, they'll be like, you know what? Let's start. Okay, all right, done. Like I'll start it, but baby, I am not staying up there long. It's you got 20 seconds with me. My shoulders hurt just by doing that, and I wasn't holding nothing. So absolutely not. But that's why I'm not on Survivor Australia or any Survivor period. Because no. Um, but so they hold on and they hold on, and the first person to drop fairly quickly was I think it was, who was
It was
first? Zara.
Zara.
Zara, yeah. Little Zara. She wasn't gonna hold that up. So she drops quickly. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, because he looked so like strong and was holding on strong, out of nowhere, Paulie's spool just drops. And he's shocked.
I do also want to know, everyone around when Zara was like basically dropping, I was like, no, Zara, stay in, you got this. When Paulie had his spool dropping, silence. Nothing.
I mean, nobody was like, "Oh, Paulie, pull it back up, pull it up." Nobody said anything. Like they're like, "Oh no, no, stop!" Like Zara was probably she was like, "Oh," but he didn't even realize. I think he was so silent. I don't think anybody realized his food was actually moving on the run because he was strong and he was holding up in a good position and he was focused, so it steamed. But
Mm,
something happened and he just dipped a little bit, and that spool was like zoop, done,
and
and
that's it.
he was out, and he was shocked. He did not see. He was like, I didn't hear it moving, I didn't feel it moving, I didn't know it was moving. So I'm like, if he didn't hear it moving, maybe some other people didn't hear it moving, or if they did hear it, they weren't gonna say nothing.
They weren't going to say anything. There's no need.
So once Polly drops, everybody's like, well, shoot, that's what we wanted out. So he good to go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Everybody was dropping like flies. And it literally came down to a showdown between Kaylin and Kristen. And I was like, okay, Kristen, you go, girl. And so JLP was like, Kaylin, you hang on all day. He was like, no. And he was like, Kristen, you good? And she was like, I mean, I'm all right, but I know Kaylin want to get back out in the water and go look at some fish. And Kaylin was like, don't tip me. I do want to be in the water.
You're
And JLP,
right, but stop it. I don't want to think about that right now. Like, please.
right? Please don't do that to me. And JLP was like, oh, yeah, you can catch some good fish with all the fishing gear. And he was like, Kaylin was like, well, whose side you on, JLP? Like, don't do that to me. I do want to be in the water. I do want to go fishing. That keeps me calm here on this beach. But um they holding on for a good minute, like 15 minutes. They were holding on. But eventually, Kaylin ends up winning. Yay, Kaylin. Gets Steven in the idol. Um, Kristen couldn't hold on that much longer, and so Kaylin is the winner. Everybody's happy for Kaylin because it's not Polly. And that's who they did not want to get it. They were like, anybody but Polly. So good on you, Kaylin. Great, great, great. So Kaylin
Ugh.
gets it, and everybody's happy. And the scramble begins.
I would not say that everyone is happy.
I mean, everybody but
Polly,
Polly.
I think is one of we full on got like Polly having somber music, not saying anything, basically just staring into the camera in the confessional, like mm, just like you could. He could have basically. He was like, "I'm done. I'm going home. It was a fun time. You know what? I enjoyed my time here, but." I guess now I just have to wait for 10 hours for that to happen. Like,
Or
I guess. And that just sucked to see. It sucks to see someone just like be like, and that's it. I'm done. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
But
it's nothing you could do. There is nothing you could do at that point. But there is nothing other people can do because like I said, the scramble is on. And at first, the scramble doesn't seem so scramblish because it was just like everybody get together like Polly. Yeah, let's just all
Ollie,
dump it on Polly. Like there's no reason
yeah,
not to do it on
easy,
Polly.
done.
Everybody and so then everybody's like, yep, done. Wait a minute.
Wait,
Wait.
no.
Hold on. What if he has something? I don't think he has anything. So now we got to go through this dance. I don't know if he have anything. I don't think he does. But what if he does? We should split it. Oh, I don't know. Who do we split it on? I don't know. I don't want to do this. Oh, we should just dump it on Polly. Screw it, just dump it on Polly. It's okay. Let's dump it on Polly. But wait a minute. What if this? Well, we should need because if he does have something, he'll have the ultimate vote. And I don't know who he's going to vote for. Well, what do we do? I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
just dump it on Polly. Let's just dump it on Polly.
Every single person, and I think it's just the general vibe of this season goes, but what if someone does something
What?
dumb?
I don't
It's
know.
it's
I don't.
so good because we literally have we almost have a full rotation of every single person saying we need to dump a vote. We should just vote Polly. No, that's not good enough. I don't know. And I mean, we do actually get something out of this,
It
which
really was just a lot of back and forth until Laura is like, "Hey, Polly is desperate right now, and he will kind of do whatever we want him to do because he knows he needs us to stay. So what? So she goes to pull Miles of all people. She pulls Miles, and it's like, what if we do something different? Because honestly, Polly would work with us, but I know somebody who wouldn't. And Miles is like, I'm intrigued. And she's like, what about PD? And so they're like, oh,
huh,
okay. Miles was like, I could do that. I think that's okay. Because you're right. He's very stuck to Kristen. He doesn't want to work with anybody else. He is him and Kristen to the end in his eyes. And I think we could go for Kristen. She's like, okay, but don't tell anybody. I'm gonna go talk to the girls. Don't tell anybody until I've talked to the girls and we know because if the girls don't do it, I can't do it. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. And he runs right off. AJ, come here. I think there's another plan going on. What about PD? And AJ's like, I'm not
good
mad
for
with that
me.
either. That works. We need another name. AJ's like, we need another name. And PD is a great name because why not? So he's like, okay. So then they go tell Kaylin, and then he tells Polly, he's like, listen, it's a plan going around to maybe keep you. So just listen out and I'll tell you who the name you need to write in order for you to stay. And he's like, okay, I'll be on standby. I'll just wait. Laura goes and tells Morgan and Kate, and they're like, you know,
Cool.
you got a point. You got a point because PD
Yeah.
is not going to work with any of us. He's going to work with Kate Kristen, and that's it. So yeah, okay, okay. So then she's like, well, let me go talk to Logan because Logan, I gotta go talk to her first. And she goes and tells Logan this plan, and Logan is like, no, absolutely not.
I'm
I am
not being
serious.
strong armed for another vote. How dare you even suggest this? Uh, take that vote back from where it came from. We're doing Polly. We can do PD next. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. We're doing Polly. How dare you?
Don't. I'm sick and tired of y'all telling me a vote instead of letting me choose the name. Every time I choose the name, it gets pushed aside, and I have put everybody first, and I refuse to do that. So no, absolutely not. Polly is the name. That's it. And Logan is like, Laura's like, oh.
Oh,
My bad.
well,
I didn't
shit.
think you was
Okay.
I didn't think you was that mad, but okay. Well,
I'm gonna go talk to the others. Like, damn.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Huh? This and the best part is this is absolutely not Logan's plan. Everyone just kind of agrees on this.
Right. And
Like
I was like,
po-
okay.
politely and like okay. I mean, Morgan and Kate kind of pushed along the Jesse vote. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that isn't Logan's. But I would very much say that Polly is not Logan's either. It is
No.
the group consensus. Like everyone went. I mean, we didn't get rid of Polly last time. We can just do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not a Logan headed decision. So this reaction doesn't make any sense unless we're missing a lot.
And I don't know. I don't think this reaction makes sense. I can see if this was AJ that they were talking about and she wanted to get rid of AJ. That would be a Logan plan. But
Yes.
this is not a Logan plan. And she just was like, no. I'm like, girl, say pick and choose your battles. This is not the battle I need, the hill I need to die on. Like, AJ would be my heel if I was her to die on. Like, he is playing, he needs to go. And it's like, for me, at this point, I'm fine with anybody but me. So if it's not Paulie this week and it's y'all saying PD, fine, sure. We get Paulie next time. I
Fine.
don't care. I don't care as long as it's not me. But the minute you start acting like this, that starts making people think you are not flexible and you are not somebody who I could work with because you are going to be strong headed and never listen to reason or logic. It's your way or the highway. And I can't work with
Can't
somebody like that.
just can't do it. It's too much. Far
But
too much.
far too much. So now we're going into okay, reverse because Kate and Morgan has now told Paulie that the plan is PD. And so Paulie knows to write down PD's name and in order to stay. And so they all know, but now they're like, well, now we have to backtrack. But we just let Paulie put his vote
Just
on PD.
he needs
It's
to vote
fine.
someone. It's not us. It's not us.
Right. It makes this lecture is PD and that's fine. PD knows he would probably get a vote now because they tell him like Karen, like you might get a vote or two on you, but it's not the majority. And PD's like, as long as it's not the majority, I don't care. This is fine, it's whatever. And he knows he has Kristen in his pocket, who also has an idol. Just in case something goes crazy and awry and Polly has an idol. Kristen has vowed that she could play her idol for PD. She doesn't mind because he is her her ride or die. So she is willing to play her idol for PD. And PD is like, I'm not asking you to do that. She's like, you don't have to ask. I will do it for you. No problems. Like, I will do it for
No
you.
questions asked.
And so she was like, if Paulie plays an idol, I'm playing mine for you. Don't you even worry about it. And so they're like, okay, all right. Um, and so everybody is like backpedaling. Like, is it Polly? Is PD? No, it's Polly. No, it's Polly. It's gonna be Polly because Logan doesn't want to do it. So we're all gonna just go back to Polly. And that's what it is. That's what we leave. It's gonna be Polly. Don't you worry. That's what it is. Out of all the scrambling, and Miles is flipping out. Miles is having a like he's so upset because Miles is ready to make a move. He's trying to make something happen. He's trying to make the room shake and everybody's playing scared. It's like, oh, everybody's playing so scary. They don't want to do anything because nobody wants to say anything because they don't want to upset this person. And we just go back and forth and playing, and all we're gonna do is end up back where we landed on Polly. It makes no sense.
Ugh,
It makes no sense. So Mouse was frustrated, and everybody's like, "It's Polly." So we
it's Paul.
leave. We go to tribal, and everybody's we're under the assumption it's Polly. It's
It's Polly.
Polly. It's gonna
It's Polly.
happen. There's no other way and no other choice to do but Polly. So it's Polly. Um, we get pleas from Polly in the tribal where he start trying to show people that he is a number. He doesn't know why he doesn't have a buddy. Everybody was like, they were like, raise your hand if you're Polly's buddy. Nobody raised their hand. because Logan lets JLP know it's a buddy system going on here. Everybody has a buddy. Paulie just doesn't, and it's like he's pleading like I could be a number. I don't have a person. My person got voted out early, so I no longer have anybody. And so, but we want to keep people who have people lockstep. It doesn't have to be that way. Um, and the crazy part is, even before this, even when Laura was talking to Miles about wanting to vote out PD or break up some of these duos, her reasoning made so much sense. She was like, because if we vote out PD, we'll have Kristen, who will now go to Logan, which is now a number for me. It's now a trio between Kristen, Logan, and myself. So we could do this. But of course, Logan was not hearing that. She wasn't happy with that. But
No.
Polly was making the same point. Like, if you need me, I could add to your duo or whatever.
Just
I could
ask.
be a number.
Literally
Just
just
ask.
ask.
And he was like, I'm a loyal person. Like, if you show me loyalty, I show you loyalty, and I will return the favors back to you. And so it was kind of just like Paulie pleading in his case and trying to let people know that he is open and he is available and you can use him if you take that chance. Um, and so everybody's kind of just like, we just go do what we go do. We just go vote how we go vote. It is what it is. So JLP is like, okay, well, then let's go vote. And Miles said,
Mm,
JLP,
I don't
he,
know.
I don't think we're gonna do that right now. Hold on, time out. So he digs in his bag and was like, I have something. I have a thing. It's a little scroll here, just a little bit of scroll. And this scroll allows me to steal an item. And now two people are like, ah, crap.
Oh no.
Hold on.
And one
Um,
of them is very public. One of them basically everyone knows about.
and one of them only a few people know about. And so everybody's like, oh no. He was like, so yeah, I'm going to take this idol so it's not used unnecessarily. And he said, I'm gonna stick to the plan, but I'm going to make sure it's not used unnecessarily. So, Kristen, I am taking your idol.
Immediately, this should have raised red flags with every single person because this doesn't make sense if Miles isn't doing something. Like, you
Right.
don't steal a public idol and just keep it in your pocket. What?
What?
No. You're playing the idol immediately.
I would have easily quickly switched my vote to Miles and would have switched over like
Just for safety. Put
two
another
people,
vote somewhere.
2 or 3 people would, if they were like, if the girls would have thought about that and were like, let's just vote Miles right now. Whisper, Miles, Miles, Miles.
It would have been over. It would
It
have
would
been
have been
over.
over.
Miles is gone. Miles is gone on the spot.
I mean, quickly, because he would not have just planned. But anyway, so they go vote now. Now he has Chris's idol, and they go vote, and the votes come back, and JLP is like, "All right, anybody want to play an idol? This is the time to do so." And I'm like, duh, Mr. Public Idol here, he has to play it right now. And he does. And he's like, JLP, I want to play this for a somebody who I know, what do you say, a slick oil snake sale, a snake in the corner,
I wanna help out the snake in the corner.
the snake in the corner. So I'm playing this for Polly, and everybody's mouths just dropped. They're like, oh
Oh,
my god.
no.
And so now
Uh,
everybody's like, crap.
did
And so
you blocked the like we got to make sure that someone voted a different way, right? Oh, oh no, we all actually stuck to the plan.
we stuck to the plan, and it was Polly, Polly, Polly,
Holy.
Polly, Polly. Pauly, Pauly, PD,
PD,
PD, and
PD.
PD is out.
We're cutting this out.
Gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. I'm not cutting out nothing. I ain't cutting
We
out
may be a
nothing.
mess, but we're
I'm not cutting out nothing. Technicality, technical issues happen. I'm not cutting out a thing, honey. But
now.
yeah.
I do quickly want to note, just because it's now happened, based
Mm-hmm.
on the basic research that I did, Polly has now negated, and I'm going to double check my number here, but I believe the number is 14 votes via Idol. Either Idol played on him. I'm double checking my own notes now to make sure that this is 100% accurate. But 9 votes here. No, it's 12. Um, so Polly has just tied the record in American history for most votes negated by an idol.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean,
out
I
of
would be
18 votes cast on him, he's negated 12 of them. 12?
I would be more impressed if both of them were him playing the idol on
Yeah.
himself. He did it once and he had two. Um but this one was he had no idea what was going on. He had no idea what was happening.
He got his third life in the game. Like,
Right, another life for what reason? I don't know. But yep, PD's gone with 3 votes because everybody else stuck to the plan.
and of course, the 3 people to vote for PD are Polly, Miles, and AJ. Because of
Absolutely.
both those three. I
That's
love this season so much because what the actual hell is going on?
it's so wild. And
Uh,
everybody's shocked and like, you know about this? AJ's like, maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. But
Whoops.
here is my thing. And I know, I mean, this was exciting. This was nice. This was fun. But PD was kind of useless. Like,
Correct.
this is what I wish would have happened. And this is what I thought was going to happen. This is what I thought should have happened. Miles takes Kristen's idol. Miles and AJ and Paulie then vote Logan. Miles uses the idol on Paulie, and now Logan is gone with an idol in her pocket. Therefore, Miles knows he is the only person with an idol left in the game.
Yeah, that 100% would be smarter. I do think that because this is basically a plan to entirely flip the vote, if they then went to Logan and said, if they then went to Polly and said, "Hey, so we're actually going to vote Logan," Polly would have too many questions, and he'd have to be let in, which
Or don't
maybe
tell
wouldn't be an
Logan.
issue.
Or don't tell Paulie. Let him vote PD. You know you go use the idol on
Yeah,
Paulie, so then let it be PD, and the two of them vote out Logan.
yeah, I can see that.
That would
It's
have been way smarter.
it would have been considerably smarter, realistically, but that is, uh, I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
I mean, because see, here's the reason for that. Because doing this move, keeping Paulie, sitting out PD, it didn't do much, but it make everybody mad at you. The girls are now mad at you. The girls are flipping out, and they all flipping out. Right? If
They'd be
you would
mad
have flipped,
anyway.
they'd be mad either way. But you take away their one of their numbers, and you take away one of the louder voices in the group, you weaken Laura, who is strong, who you've been trying to weaken in the first place. AJ doesn't have to deal with the Logan coming after him problem like he has. And Zara and Karen didn't really want to work with Logan anyway, so they wouldn't have been that mad at you. So I'm like, it would have been
That
more beneficial. Keep PD around. He's furniture. He's not doing anything. His arm is keeping him from doing much of anything this entire thing. So we can vote
you're
him
right.
out at any point. Like I'm not worried about PD. I would have gave a rat's flip about PD. I would have given because now you getting rid of PD only helps Laura. Like she said, he wasn't gonna work with them, no way. But he would have worked with y'all.
Yeah. You
It
know,
made it make no sense to me.
it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And I do think that is a smarter decision. I think they were thinking a lot more short term of like everyone has already said PD. They want an easy option. They don't want to massively rock the boat, but they're doing it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It just
But
would have it just would have rocked the boat and it would have weakened Laura and she would have had to find somebody else to work with, not Logan. But that's that. I mean, I can't we can't dwell on that. Let's look at the draft. Logan is
yeah,
now looking like me this point. Ours, look, the way the picture set up and the way it's the same thing. Me and Logan are
it's the
twinsies.
exact same thing.
Me and Logan are twinsies. But and you and Brooke is just like
Brooke literally has the chaotic trio,
the
and
chaotic
Kristen
group.
and the woman that was stolen from. Like, that's so
Just
good.
like that's so wild. I don't know if this is going to. Miles is still okay because Miles still has an idol that nobody knows about, and I hope he doesn't even tell
Nobody
AJ.
knows
I hope he
about.
doesn't even tell AJ about it. But man, and I wonder if
Uh,
another idol is going to get put out there again. I don't think they would. I think as long as Miles still has one idol and Logan still has an idol, I don't think they'll put Christmas idol back in the universe.
I don't
But
think they will either. We
but
got time.
we got time. But
But
man,
yeah, I
this
also got to say, I think this is definitely the reason that we barely got any like brawn heavy content pre-merge because we just go back to the other slide really quick with
yeah,
all of the players.
Ron is
Yeah,
destroyed, getting
and
destroyed right
God,
now.
like we've gotten stuff from Kate, we've gotten stuff from Kristen, we've gotten a bit from Morgan. Polly has been repeatedly roasted over a fire, and then we have
Hmm.
all the brains who are still here, except for maybe Kaylin, who hasn't gotten really into it. Like, yeah, no, the edit actually makes sense considering everything that we've had, because
Yeah, it's
literally
wild.
basically the giant pack of brawn men literally went down one after the other. So
Hmm.
their stories are kind of pointless, but
It's kind of pointless, but that
uh,
is that. That is that, y'all. We saw a preview where Miles and AJ and Kaylin and Polly are like, they're living up this moment. They enjoy the moment. The girls are fuming. They like, I knew Miles was a rat. I can't trust him. AJ, you burned me again and again and again. Logan's pissed off. Laura's And here's my thing. I think Laura's playing it up because she is not that mad that PD is gone, but she kind of wanted PD to go anyway. So she is not that mad that PD is gone.
she just wants a reason to be pissed at people, and I don't blame her.
I don't even think she's pissed. I think she's acting like she's pissed for Logan's sake. Like, oh yeah, we are gonna rev it up. But in the back of her mind, you're like, this worked out perfectly for me. Don't care. I didn't get blood on my hands. Nobody. She's not mad at me because I did what we said we are gonna do. It's them who did it, but they did a move that I wanted done anyway. So she is not that mad, and I will not be surprised if we see that confessional on tomorrow where she's like, I'm really not that mad, but I have to play up like I'm mad for Logan's sake, so she know I had nothing to do with that because she didn't have anything to do with it, but it's
I
just like,
mean,
okay.
Yeah, everyone was just kind of okay with it. So I think it's more of a shock of like, oh my god, look, AJ got control again. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
we are going to
that's
be
it.
back. Yeah, we're going to be back and talking about all of that tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. If you stuck around this time, we appreciate you joining us, and we hope that turn your views into a subscribe because we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. All those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon links, our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, and where you can get the link to our merch at lanadcreations.etsy.com. That link is also in the description below. And we are going to get out of here. So, cheers, you guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.